How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to another edition, another episode where we answer your vending questions. Shout out to everybody that's in the room. Let's see what we got in the room. What's up, Ricardo? Ricardo always in the room. Shout out. Ms. Myrna, what's going on? KB, what's happening? Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're not gonna take up too much time tonight. We're gonna be talking about a couple things, but we want to definitely dive into taxes. So I'm not a tax professional, so I'm just going to give you the advice that I use for my own life. And guess what? If you want to use that, it's up to you. Always consult your tax professional. But yeah, definitely, guys, taxes is a huge thing, guys. But we're going to unpack taxes today and some of your other questions. While we wait, guys, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, please drop those in the chat right now. If you're watching the playback, drop it in the chat anyway, and I will respond back to it. There we go. Got to get the music right. All right. So tonight we're going to be talking about NIACs and taxes and how that works. Yes, indeed. Seeing a couple chats coming through. Okay, so private chat. So somebody asked, how are we filing our taxes this year? Great question. Great question. So the way that we're filing our taxes this year is by keeping receipts. So as you guys know, a lot of you guys have been using NIACs. Shout out to NIACs. Use code VENDADDY for 7% off on all your NIACs devices. You can also even finance your NIACs devices at this time. Yes, you can finance your NIACs devices, small down payment, depending on credit. So definitely, guys, get your NIACs devices. But what I normally do, let me see if I can log into my NIACs. But what I normally do, guys, is I will get a printout of our gross revenue from NIACs. From NIACs, correct. So I'll get a copy of our gross revenue from NIACs. I'll also sometimes go to Sam's Club, and if I didn't get that receipt, I'll save that receipt on my Sam's Club account. So we're gonna talk about that tonight. We're gonna talk about how you guys can get that thing popping. So a couple questions coming through. Is there another way to get machine product map without having to vend out each product? No worries. That's a great question. So yeah, let's see if I can log into my NIACs account, and we're gonna see what we can do for you guys. NIACs is all about security. I love them, but you know they will make you change that password every 6 days. I didn't say 60. I said every 6 days, y'all. NIACs do not play. I don't know what people can do with your NIACs account, but shout out to NIACs. Let me see if I can get this thing popping real quick. Hope everybody's having a great start to 2024. If you're not already having a great start to 2024 and you're looking to get started in the vending machine business, guys, remember that we have our vending kits on sale right now. So if you're not a member inside the group and you want to join in on what we're doing, guys, go to my Instagram or my TikTok, go to link in bio, and just select your package from there. All right, so yeah, I think I can, let me go to the authenticator. I think I got it. There we go. Signing in now, guys, getting it popping right now. NIACs is all about security, but yeah, we can talk about, we can literally talk about some of their greatest features. Let me get logged in. Let me get logged in. Almost there, y'all. They make me go through and update the security every time. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. This is our NIACs backend. Shout out to NIACs. Update the password and save it. Yes, indeed. So this is our NIACs machine. I'm doing some reconstruction, but we only got 3 machines connected. So let me see if I can show you in this account real quick how you're able to go to the product map and do it. So normally, if you guys hook up your NIACs credit card reader, a lot of times your NIACs credit card reader should automatically pull some data about the vending machine. So if you have a newer model machine, it'll pull some of that data. Also, another way that you guys can do this, if you know the model and make of your machine and you have the ability to call NIACs, give them a call. What will happen a lot of times, guys, is they will actually have a product map layout already. So if you call NIACs, Let them know the make and model of your machine. If they have it, they save the make and model product map layouts. They save all that stuff. And they can actually just upload that into your product map. They can actually go right to your inventory dashboard and upload it directly into your map. So that's the one way that you can get your products uploaded or your product map done without having to go through and charge yourself every single time. Also, if you have to do that, ask NIAX to send you one of their temporary cards. So NIAX actually includes a temporary card that you can use to purchase items from your vending machine just for the purpose of product mapping. So it'll give you a free transaction and you go do each one of the buttons until you have all of your products mapped. So that's just an easy way for you to be able to do that. Let me see, let me check the chat, make sure we don't have any other questions. I hope that helped you out. Hope that helped you out. All right. So again, guys, if you want to do your taxes, sorry about that. If you want to do your taxes, the easy way for you to be able to pull data about your taxes is to go to reports. You're going to see online reports and then sales summary. When you click on that, you're going to go here to actor, and your actor should be your business name. So click on that business name. Once you click on that business name, you're going to go to time interval and you're going to go to last year. So boom, this is last year. I like to leave all the payment methods already selected. I don't worry about changing anything with that. Don't worry about changing anything with machine group. I have some micro markets. So if you have micro markets, you can change your machine group to micro markets. Right now, we're just looking at purely just the vending. And then don't worry about machine type. If you've already laid out your machine type, you can even drill down and see how much your drink machines are making, how much your snack machines are making. But if you're not doing that, then just click view report. Now, once you click view report, it's going to go ahead and render you guys a quick report showing you how many transactions you've had, how many total VINs, and then how many total sales. So for those three machines, we've made $20,000 from those three machines. And let's look at the transactions. So for here, credit cards, we brought in $10,323. And prepaid cards, we made $1.70. And cash, we brought in $9,473. So total altogether, 15,000 transactions with nearly $20,000 in cash made. But this is not all pure profit, right? This is not all net profit. Some of this is going to be, well, all of this is gross profit. So this is what we made overall minus subtractions, right? So minus whatever you spent out, right? So one way that you can find that information out is to sign into your Sam's Club account. Now, if you sign into your Sam's Club account, you should be able to get a layout of how much money you spent. So let me see if I can pause on the share because we don't want to show you my credit card information. We don't want to show that. But we're going to get it popping right now. Let me sign in. And it'll actually show you how much you spend and also have the copy of your receipts. So let me put that in right now. Where's that 57771? 1 second. Okay. 1 second, guys. All right, guys, getting logged in right now, trying to find my doggone code. Let me see. Trying to log into it, guys. Let me see if I can log into it. Let's see if it works this way. I think I got that one. Yeah, I probably have to change it through the app. Let me see if Google will let me in this time. Okay. You have the new fit one? Oh yeah, let me get that. If you can see the code on there, send it to me. Get it all together, guys. So if you see it's a 6-digit code, send the new fit. Right. Sorry about this, guys. Trying to get everything together. Appreciate you, Kay. Hope everybody's had a really productive week this week so far. Shout out to you guys. Yes, indeed. We're getting it together. Get logged in. Yeah, y'all know how I go when you're trying to get logged into some of these websites, guys. They're gonna give you all the problems on the planet. You know what I mean? Yes, Lord. Yeah, two-factor authentication. It's on my wife's phone. We're trying to figure out who had the number. Have y'all ever had to face that where y'all had to do the two-factor authentication and you forgot who number is under? Yeah, man. Shout out to Maya in the building. Shout out to you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Give me 1 second. So we just went over, pull it back up on my screen so that we get access. Let's see. So we're still trying to get into this account, but we got into our NYX account and we're able to pull out the total gross that we've made. So about half of that is going to be cost. So that's going to be our inventory costs, gas, things like that. Half of that will be about cost. And my goal normally with my tax strategy, guys, is to get my tax bill as low as possible. So I'm always looking for write-offs. So every single year, I normally buy at least 2 to 3 vending machines. So when you buy 2 to 3 vending machines, what normally will happen, guys, is that you can write off a good portion of your tax bill by claiming Section 179 deduction. And that goes to like heavy equipment, office equipment, energy efficient equipment, which vending machines fall in that category. And now, as of 2024, you can write off up to 80% at one time of the total cost of that piece of office equipment and write it off of your taxes. So normally my tax strategy is to do way more write-offs per year than the income. So if I see that I've made or I'm going on a trajectory to make 20,000, my goal is to buy at least 2 to 3 vending machines, top price, $4,000 or $5,000, because I get to write off 80% of those total purchases against my taxable income. Meaning, if I made 20,000 and I write off 10, I'm only liable for $10,000 worth of taxes. And if I'm only liable for $10,000 worth of taxes, then most likely I will be owed a refund. So I'm still waiting on it to let me log in, guys. Still waiting on it to let me log in. Did you find it, babe? Oh, you trying to log in. Sorry about that. In the meantime, okay, yeah, here we go. It's asking me to confirm that it's me. Yes, it's me. Yeah, I just confirmed it. Yes, indeed. But is everybody following so far what I mean when I say like the way that I set up the tax strategy? I mean, that even plays into why I did the S corp instead of the LLC, because with the S corp, I can own a percentage of the S corp without being full owner. The strategy that I always use is what I've seen people like Robert Kiyosaki use, which is where on paper I don't own anything. The business owns everything, right? The business owns everything. And I, as a person in the business, get to use whatever assets the business has. So I hope that you guys are following so far. I think it's letting her in now. Yeah, I'm finna resend it right now. And I just resent it. So my strategy is all so sorry, say again. Uh-huh. Sorry about that. We're getting in right now, guys. Perfect. Okay, we back in. We back into the Sam's account. Shout out to Sam's. Shout out to the wife, man. She come through, man. That's like my whole digital aid. Yeah, no, it'll be definitely for rewatch later. Yeah, if you got noise in the background, I get it. You know, family person myself, man. I be having noise all in the background, y'all. Y'all work with me, church. Okay, so we're into Sam's Club, and this is where we get to see our receipts. Okay, so a lot of times with Sam's Club, you can see your receipts by just going to your profile, and you can go to your purchase history. So if you didn't keep track of your receipts, but you went to Sam's Club every single time to fill up your vending machine, here is your receipt list. And then you can also see in-club purchases. I do a lot of scan and go. So when I go to scan and go, you can see some of my purchases where I spent 300 here, 231 here. And you can literally even download some of these guys by just going and clicking see details. And you can literally just download this whole statement. It tells you everything that you bought for the vending machine business, how much you paid, what did you use, boom, boom, boom. So you see the exact account, everything that you use with that. So this will be used against your taxes. So what I would normally do for most people is I would say, look at your club purchases for 2023. And you click right here where it says CSV download, and you can download your whole 2023. If you've used Sam's Club for all of your work, you can literally just download your 2023 transactions. And it will have the total amount that you've spent every single time you come to Sam's Club, every day, every actual date, and a copy of the receipt every single time. So that way you can keep track of how much money you've brought in. So when you get ready to file for your taxes, it's going to ask you, all right, how much did you make gross? And then it's going to say how much was the cost, or what was the net profit. So you subtract all these transactions from your gross, and that will give you your net profit. So let's say out of the 20,000, net profit is about 10K, right? So if you make 10,000, so on the line on your tax form, on the line where it says your adjusted gross income, that's where you're going to be putting the 10,000. And that's what I did. Again, I have a tax professional that has helped me now understand the taxes. But again, not financial advice, just showing you what I was able to do. Literally every single time that we've made a purchase, we've saved the receipt, or we've only done the transaction digitally here, where you can actually look and see how much money you've spent on your business. And so this account is strictly for the business. Anything that we buy is always business or business related. You can also do things with your taxes, such as write off spaces in your home. So for me personally, guys, I use a room for storage, and I also use a room to do these live videos. And so this counts as office space. So you can actually charge the business to operate in your home. And so that's something that we do here, is we charge the business to operate in our home. I think you can charge up to $13,000 a year for the business to rent out a room in your home. So if you end up talking to a tax professional, let them know that you operate the business out of your home. You have a home office area that is designated to the business. And then last but certainly not least, guys, use your kids. And if you got nephews, use nephews, people that are actively working in your business. I know for me personally, my kids work with my business, and they always want some snack money. They always want some allowance money. So I make them work for the allowance money. Hey, I need you to put these boxes away. Hey, I need you to clean this up. And that really helps not only build their confidence, but it also helps let them earn a couple extra dollars, and I can write that off of my taxes. I want to say currently your minor can make up to $12,000. So I think it's $12,500 tax-free. Y'all don't quote me on that, but I think you can pay your youngster up to $12,000 every single year for them operating the business. So if you have a really big portion of your business, like our micro-mart part of the business, or your ATM part of the business, or your battery electric providing part of the business, then you can write off a good portion of that business because you have utilized one of your children or one of your family members inside the business and you want to pay them for work inside the business. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too specific. That's a great question. Marina asked, "What is there a specific process for that?" You need to make sure that you consult with a tax professional. I have to skirt the line between giving financial advice and just telling you what I did, and then you finding the piece in there, because you can get in trouble for not being a certified tax professional and giving any tax advice. So this is not financial advice, infotainment. Infotainment. So with that being said, consult your financial advisor or just get QuickBooks. And normally QuickBooks will walk you through the process. We've used QuickBooks before, and literally there's a tab on there that says hiring, and it goes through the steps of how you can hire a minor or somebody in your family, especially your kids. So make sure you go through and look at that as one of your possible tax advantages. Another thing I was going to say too, guys, save those receipts when you guys are out driving, because I'm sure that a majority of the time that you guys are out driving, you're doing something vending related. Now, the vending relation doesn't have to necessarily be you going and filling up the vending machine. The vending stuff could be you looking actively for locations. You might have to stop at a gas station. You might pick up one of your kids on the way. But if you're actively doing a portion of the business, you can write off a portion of those drivable miles or those taxable miles. So, or you can just take the standard deduction. But those are some things that I didn't know starting off in the game, and I left a lot of money on the table. So make sure that you're reporting to Uncle Sam that you're using your personal vehicle. If you're using your personal vehicle, save those receipts when you're out doing stuff for the vending machine business. Make sure that you guys are keeping accurate tracks of your receipts. Again, I showed you that you can use Sam's Club. This works with BJ's and Costco's as well, where it will save the transactions that you've used, and you can actually just download them at the end of the year. That way you have an accurate layout of how much money you've spent versus how much money you've made. Again, I love NIAX because they make it so simple for you to be able to go into their platform and download all of the transactions that you've done, and it will tell you how much money you've made gross, and you subtract the cost versus the gross, and that will give you your net profit. Now, remember, if you guys have bought vending machines in 2023, you can write off the full cost of those vending machines. You can write off the 80% of the full cost of those vending machines off on your taxes using Section 179 depreciation. So those are a few ways that you guys can get it. Again, I know this might go over some people's heads. That's okay. You want to use these key terms when you're talking to a tax professional. Let them know, hey, I have a business. Even if you haven't filed all your paperwork, the business is not a business just because you file LLC paperwork. The business starts the day that you start making money or start investing to make money. So you may have already started the vending machine business before you got your paperwork together. That's okay. You can still file taxes against the revenue that was generated from that business. You can still file taxes against that revenue. So again, definitely make sure that you guys do that. If you have shirts, if you guys have printed out brochures this year, all that stuff counts as marketing material for your business. If you put a magnetic strip on the side of your car, like I did, and you got your number on there, your name on there, your business cards, all that stuff needs to be written off on your taxes. All that stuff needs to be written off on your taxes, on your Schedule C. And if you need help with that, guys, again, I can't give you financial advice, but I will say this. TurboTax is a great friend of mine. I love TurboTax. I love QuickBooks. And just really search around for people that know how to do business filings, but it won't hurt to do it yourself. It will not hurt to do it yourself, guys. There's so much information out there on filing your taxes. Cell phone bill, that's great, Alan. Alan's right. Cell phone bill, internet bill, all these things are things that you use in order to contact people for soliciting services for your vending machine business. So you want to write even that off. And easily you can get a copy of all your bill statements by calling your internet service provider and saying, hey, can I get a itemized summary of my 2023 or 2020, my 2023 internet bills. Just break them down and give me a grand total at the end of the year. And I'll guarantee you guys, there's a lot of ways you can break it down. Having a CPA is not necessarily something that you have to have, but it is a great way to make sure that this stuff goes on autopilot. You can also use, there's another service called mint.com, which does a great job of categorizing your transactions coming in versus your transaction coming out. So that's a great tool that you guys can use. Again, that's by the same company, Intuit, who owns QuickBooks as well. So some of that technology is already baked into QuickBooks. And you can literally just pull in the revenue. This is why I've set up my vending machine business to have multiple checking accounts. And the way that I've set it up, guys, is that all the transactions coming out should be leaving out of my main account. I also have a separate checking account that says owner's withdrawal, whereas this is where I transfer money from the main account to go into the owner's withdrawal. This is my cut. There's also a section in there for taxes. So every time I get paid, I take a portion of that and put it into the taxes section. There's also a savings account. So if I need money for a rainy day, something breaks down, there's money set to the side for that. There's also an advertising checking account, which is in the same business structure. So if I want to run Google ads, if I want to run Facebook or Instagram ads, there's money in there. And last but not least, there's an employee section. And this is where I transfer money from the main account to the employee account so that I can pay people. Okay. Now you said, did I register my my LLC with FinCEN already? What? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what FinCEN is. Put us on game, Kay. Look, we all trying to make some money. Now, again, you want to make sure that you guys are documenting every single dollar that you guys have. They said you had to do something new with your LLC, like file it. Oh, are you talking about the quarterly filings that are required by the United States now? Yeah, okay. So for S corps, we already file quarterly. For most S corps, you already file quarterly. So with LLCs, I don't know if they made it, if they changed it for LLCs, but I think they were trying to do it because there were a lot of people filing anonymous LLCs, and this is a way for them to keep track of the money coming in and out of those accounts. I said this when Biden got in office. I'm not trying to be political, guys, but I said this when Biden got in office. They talk all this rah-rah about holding billionaires accountable. And guess who Cash App they checking? Yours. They're not checking Jeff Bezos's Cash App. They're checking your Cash App. They got a whole, you make over $600, they want to see it. They want some tax money. They want to have you reporting quarterly. That is not going to stop a billionaire. Most billionaires have their money tied up in trusts, irrevocable trusts that happen to own LLCs, and those LLCs just so happen to produce income, or some of them don't. Maybe some of them are shells. But most billionaires are way more sophisticated than the federal government gives them credit for. It's going to take a lot more than, quarterly reporting to stop some people that really want to get over. It's going to take more than that. Meanwhile, we still waiting on student loan debt relief. Lord, y'all bear with us. This country is, I'm telling you guys, it is insane. The people that they want to go after on the $85,000, not 85,000, 85,000 tax people are being hired right now. They're not going after billionaires. They're going after the little guy. They're going after business owners. They're going after people that take care of other people for a living. They're going after hard workers. They're not going after billionaires. They're just not doing it. They're not doing it. Otherwise, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to leave it alone. What's up, Lacey? Shout out to Lacey in the building. What's up, Herbs and me? What's up, Alan? What's up, everybody that's in the room, man? We just really went over a few things about taxes. Again, I'm not a tax preparer, so I can't give you financial advice. I can only give you infotainment and a layout of what I've done in order to ensure that I'm, staying compliant with taxes, that I'm, making sure, at least at the federal level, that I'm claiming every exemption possible. And guys, you can get major money back from this. I literally have seen people get tens of thousands of dollars back because they've structured their account in such a way that they've gotten every deduction. Maybe they had a dependent or two, and they were able to write off a lot of stuff. I know, Lacey, you said you do the daycare services. So Lacey, I know you know a bunch of stuff to write off, but there's a lot of good stuff that you can write off with vending machines, especially writing the vending machines off themselves. Definitely do that. But yeah, family, yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, you're gonna be seeing a lot more. Yeah, food, gas, toys, expenses. Again, guys, go to your login on your Sam's Club, Costco, or BJ's, and you can literally just download your transaction like I showed you guys earlier. Literally go to the purchase history and then just download your history for 2023. You're gonna use that history for your cost. So that'll be for the net income. Okay, so you subtract from the gross income what you spent, which will be your net income, and that will give you, excuse me, what you spent, which will be your cost, and that'll give you your net income. All right, but yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through. Know this was a quick one. If you guys have questions, please make sure y'all drop them in the Discord. We'll make sure that we answer each and every question inside the Discord, or we'll tackle those questions tonight. We just had a number of people asking, how do we do our taxes in NIAX? Again, guys, go straight to NIAX, go to sales summary, and just download the report that shows how much money you made gross. You could then download your receipts from a place like Sam's Club, Costco, or BJ's, and then subtract the two. And that will give you your net income. Now, remember, guys, you still have write-offs. So Section 179 is so important, guys. Make sure that you guys are filing Section 179 if you guys bought a vending machine. It's so important, guys. If you bought a vending machine this year, make sure that, last year, make sure that you guys are filing Section 179 exemption. You can take 80% of the total cost of that vending machine off of your taxable income. Also, you can write off your cell phone, your internet bill. You can write off the majority of the food products. So you literally can save a ton of money, guys, and you can get a huge return that you can reinvest back into your business or into other entrepreneurial activities. Anyway, y'all, much love and respect to everybody that came on tonight, man. I appreciate you guys' time, and I will see you next week. Peace.